स्पॉटलाइट में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट अमीता। Join me weekly as I talk with guests who will share their success stories and inspire us. आज हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में है the current regional councillor of Markham, जिन्होंने अपनी समाज सेवा के साथ साउथ एशियन कम्युनिटी का नाम रोशन किया है। Welcome to Spotlight, Ms. Nirmala Armstrong.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here and congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
I know you have been serving the community as a leader for the past 19 years, so this is very well deserved. We would like to know a little bit more about you. Could you tell us where you grew up and when you came to Canada?
Well, I am from Trinidad and Tobago. It's a small island in the West Indies. I came to Canada in 1969. So all my education is really here in Ontario. We came to Canada in September 11th, 1969, my parents and my 6 siblings and myself, so 7 children altogether. We stayed in Toronto. I grew up in Toronto, and then I moved to Scarborough, moved to Queens, and then Kingston, and now in Markham.
Wow, that is quite a long way, and I'm proud, actually, we are proud you're a lawyer today. So through that journey, what inspired you to become a lawyer?
Well, I wanted to get into politics. And the reason why I wanted to get into politics is because at one time I was married, and I had a very difficult marriage. As a result of the things that took place in that marriage, I wanted to change the world because women were not treated properly with the judicial system. And I thought law is one way of making those changes, but even to go further, because the people who make policies are the politicians. Even though lawyers can create law and they are very innovative in their ideas and creative in their arguments, but at the end of the day, politicians normally make policies that govern how people conduct themselves. So in order to be a politician, a friend of mine, we were joking, and she said, well, you need to have a law degree to be a politician. So that really started the journey on why it is I wanted to be a lawyer.
Wow, so you had a long-term goal and you worked towards it, and being a lawyer was the first step, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
As a lawyer, you're already serving the community. You have been serving on many other organizations in addition to that too. I understand from lawyer to politician, but in between you have been serving the community beyond that. So why is that important to you?
Well, it's important to me because I'm always the type of person to take care of others. I want to serve the community. And how I came to want to do this is because when I did go through that difficult marriage, I was a single mom. I was on social assistance.
Wow.
And I was a single mom when I was in law school. And a lot of times the community came out to help me. And I indicated, I said to myself that when I get to the position where I can help, I will help. I will give back to the community the way I got from the community. So when we talk about 19 years, it's not 19 years, we're talking 1986. So that's almost 28 years ago that I have been in this journey serving the public. Because what I received, I wanted to give back.
Wow, it sounds like there were a lot of challenges that you were facing. Was it the community help that kept you going, or were there some other sources of strength within you or externally that kept you going?
You said challenges. I don't believe in challenges. You see, I see things as a stepping stone. And how I view things is today is today, but tomorrow will be different. But I have to do what I need to do today. So, yes, as a single mom, it was difficult, but the community did come and help. And as I move forward, if I didn't do my share, then it wasn't going to go to the next level, which basically means that I volunteered on a lot of different organizations. I have 4 children.
Wow.
And, 4 children, growing them up and being a mom. And I did get remarried to a wonderful guy that I met in politics. We've been married now for over 17 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And he's taken my children and we've grown them together. So I don't see challenges. I just see basically things that I'm learning, and it's a journey that I've embarked on since 1986.
Wow, inspiring. I have to ask you, so most of the inspiration or your trigger, if you want to put it that way, that led you to where you are today was the environment in Canada, I guess the time spent here. I was just wondering, just out of curiosity, do you remember anything back from Trinidad and Tobago when you were growing up, or?
The only thing I remember is that basically we had to walk to school. There wasn't anything difficult, because as a young kid, you would go to school, a very warm climate. We did a lot of work in the yard and whatnot, but nothing of any difficulty. But I could tell you, my parents found it very difficult, and they wanted their 7 children to have a better education. And at that time, immigration opened up here in Canada, and my parents decided that they will pack up and come. And it wasn't easy when we did come to Canada, because 7 children and my parents, the person we were supposed to meet at the airport did not show up, so we spent the night at the airport. And then the following day with the taxi, we had 2 taxis that led us downtown, and back then, unfortunately, we had a scenic route before we got to where we were. And we ended up in a hotel. We stayed there for a while, and having a hotel, you had to have several rooms because of so many children. And then we ended up getting a place. If it wasn't for my dad, we wouldn't be where we are today. My dad is a self-made man, and when you talk about, what inspired me, it's my parents. They never gave up, and they were always determined. My mom, but not traditional in the sense of staying home and looking after us only. She did look after us, but she went out, she got an education, she worked. My dad, self-made man, when he came here, he went back to get an education and then graduated and got his PhD in business. So, and they've always indicated to us, you must persevere.
Your journey to where you are today has been through inspiration from life, from mentors around you like your dad. So tell us a little bit now, what are your goals with this position you have right now? I believe you're going to take office on December 1st.
Yes. Well, just to let you know, December 1st, I take office with the Markham Council, because as regional councillor for York Region, it's a dual seat. So I'm going to sit on the Markham Council as well as York Region Council.
Nice.
So it's 2 different seats there, and I will be sworn in on December the 11th for that one. Now, what really and truly I would like to do as regional councillor, I found that when I was doing door-to-door canvassing, a lot of people were not aware that we had a municipal election on. So awareness, public awareness is the key to municipal election. That is why we always have a low turnout vote when it comes to the election, municipal election. Okay. So what I would like to do is, and I ran on this, transparency and accountability. We as councillors must be transparent, so when decisions are being made, that the public at large will know what these decisions are, the issues are. And if they need to come out and voice their concerns, they have that opportunity to do so. But I am not going to wait for them to come to me, because we talk about transparency. I like to be proactive. So I intend to hold 4 town hall meetings for the year. I would also like to hold some barbecues to get people to come together so that we can sort of feel as a family. And the issues, I would like to make certain and set up a Facebook account where basically people can access and know what the issues are. So I am going to be giving them that information, and I am hoping that people would engage with me when they see something that they can communicate, because public awareness is very important. And then the younger generation, we need to educate the younger generation. So I have done a lot with respect to the different organizations that I was at one time when I was their legal advisor, but I'd like to take a little more proactive stage in going into the schools and reaching out to these students, informing them, because municipal politics is directly it affects you because it deals with your garbage, it deals with your parks, you know, it deals with the day-to-day things that you have, your neighbors' concerns and whatnot. So it's important that people are aware of the issues, so transparency, and as a regional councillor, we have to be accountable to decisions that we make and the issues that we want to put as a priority.
I love the fact that you're actually devising a mechanism where, you know, the common man can be in touch with people in political power. I hear about people in power telling that we are going to take this out to the common man, but I love the way how your plan works to actually incorporate that aim.
Well, thank you.
You have all these goals with councillor in mind. I was just wondering, do you have a team that helps you with it?
In my election, yes, we had Team Armstrong, and my team, my daughter Amanda, she had my campaign, and I also have siblings that also contributed significantly.
I love that too.
And more importantly, because family's always with you, good times and bad times, but the friends, the extended family that I acquired in my journey, amazing. The way they came out to support me, and what I got from that, it's one thing when you help people, but when they come back to help you, you didn't ask, but they step forward. It is incredible. Let me give you an example. I remember about, let's see, we'll put 15 years ago, I helped an individual in my legal capacity. This young gentleman came into my office and was looking for me, and he told my assistant that he wanted to help me in my campaign. And when I did meet with him, he told me the story, how I helped his family, and he was the person that I helped, and now he is a lawyer, and he wants to help me in my campaign.
Amazing.
So it's people like that that have come forward to make my campaign strong and to work hard for me because they believed in me. So that was truly from the heart.
Well, you put out the positive out there, and the positive is coming back to you. And then just coming back to that fact that you have created a family, and you want to create a family out there with the community too, with your position of power, and I love that fact too.
Now, you also have to keep in mind, because as you can hear, what I've said before, I never even talked about my husband. What an incredible man. God sent, because I have to tell you, without him, I wouldn't be where I am as well. He has been there since we met. He's into politics, as in the behind the scenes. He enjoys working and helping people. He was there with me hand in hand and never complained about going to several different events. And I don't know if you know much about Markham. Markham is such a diverse city.
Yes.
That, and my husband is Canadian. So it makes it even a little bit different. So he had to really experience a lot by marrying me, and with 4 kids and just moving forward. So I've been blessed with him, and I've been blessed with 4 children.
Well, I would say he is blessed, but you are blessed. Both of you are blessed to have each other and the children you have. And we are blessed that you are in power. Thank you for enlightening me on the fact that you're only taking office on December 1st. So we are supposed to say current regional council-elect.
Well, regional council-elect. Yes.
Okay. So up until now, we have learned about the leader in office. But just before the break, we were going into the family person, Miss Nirmala Armstrong. I want to know more about that, because as we heard, you wear multiple hats. Mother of 4, a wife, a lawyer, a community leader, and now having a powerful position in office. You're, I would say, a role model to a lot of women who want to go beyond their traditional roles, as you want to put it. You said there's no challenges. You wouldn't use the term challenges, but tell us, how do you do it? Like, how do you balance all of this?
It's not really a difficult question, and it's a very easy answer, in the sense that if you have the support system in place, and if you see things day by day, rather than looking at the whole picture, you can achieve whatever you want. What I normally say to people is, I have a great husband, so I'm not there arguing with him. I have great kids, and I have to tell you about my kids.
Yes, I want to hear about them.
Jared is a lawyer, and he's married to a woman, Nazish Hussain. She's from Pakistan. She's also a lawyer. My son, Justin, is also a lawyer, and he's also married to a girl, a Gujarati girl, and she's in New Jersey. She's also a lawyer. My two sons and my first daughter-in-law, they all are in the process. Actually, Justin has completed his Masters of Law, and Jared and Nazish are doing their Masters of Law with Osgoode Hall Law School. So I've got a very legal family, one can say. They've followed my footsteps. Not that ultimately they'll practice law forever and ever, but you know, they're acquiring a tool that they can use in any area that eventually they'll end up in. And my third son is in law school right now.
They have a very amazing role model in front of them.
Well, thank you. My daughter is in her second year at University of Toronto, and she too wants to do law. So I don't know how it happened where they all chose law, but at the same time, they see how important it is to have an education. And that is what I've always say to younger people. Education is the key to success. Education does not necessarily be from school or university, but to educate yourself on whatever you want to do. So the more you know about that, the better you are equipped to deal with it. So those are my children. And my siblings are also very much active and very much strong. My husband, again, he's also educated. So with the family that I have, I'm not there arguing or trying to know what they're doing, the kids or anything, because things just worked out. So that allowed me enough time for me to work with the public, to volunteer my time. So when you ask about how do I do this, I am one of the lucky ones. I'm very fortunate to have the family support I have, to have the community support, and the other part is the willpower, the drive from within. Do you know how many times I sit and I have to rethink on where my journey is going to lead me to? Because
like an inner voice, questioning ourselves.
That's right. And it's not that we're not certain. It's that we have to reassess, because what we thought would work did not work. So we have to redirect where we're going. And that's why for me the journey has been 28 years to become a politician. A dream that I will never give up. Even though there have been a lot of individuals in my journey that have indicated to me that I should move on. But when you're passionate about serving the community and you're doing it because you want to, then you move forward because you're doing it for the right reason. As a lawyer, I can make much more, but it's not the money. It's what you can do for the community. And as a lawyer, yes, I do help one person at a time here and there, but as a politician, I'm hoping to have that extended family that I'm talking about. You know, there are going to be people who are going to be not liking the things that I say and do, but that's what the dialogue is supposed to be. You know, agree to disagree.
Amazing. It's beyond materialism, following that passion. I love the fact that you brought up that as a lawyer, you can make more money, but that's not what you want to serve. You want to serve the community and a mission that's beyond materialism.
That's right.
Right. I have to ask you though, what do you do to relax? Like for yourself, is there any me time as they call it?
Well, my husband and I, we don't go on holidays.
Oh.
Our relaxation is there's so many different galas, so many different organizations having events. That's relaxation time. And I say that to my children as well. I said, look, you're a lawyer in the daytime, but you've got to find something that will relax you. You know, kids are part of that relaxation. But just being in the public, knowing that you're doing what you really love to do, which is to help people, that is relaxation. There is that moment of downtime where I just sit down and I watch Netflix and I watch those movies and whatnot. But aside from that, it's being out in the community. And think about it, 28 years I've been doing this, so I don't know anything else.
I just love talking to you because you have so many different sides of you, and every side of you is inspirational.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to our studio and sharing your success story with us.
You know, if I could say one thing to individuals,
yes,
and whether it be a male, female, doesn't matter. If you have something that you truly believe in, don't give up. I'm a good example of it, because when you're passionate, things will work out. It will take time, and that's what we got to understand, that nothing comes easy. Just persevere, be persistent, but don't sit back because it's not going to come to you and then you cry about it. You've actually got to be proactive and move forward, and don't let those obstacles hinder what you want to do. Just see it as a stepping stone to where you're going.
There you have it, viewers, from the mouth of an inspirational person. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me to be here.
Well, we are proud to have you in office and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
तो ये थी मिस निर्मला आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग, जिन्होंने हमें एहसास दिलाया है कि सक्सेस स्टोरीज कैन हैपन with hard work and dedication. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Thank you for watching us. Do follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and write to me at vjamithaspotlight@gmail.com. Until next week, this is Amitha signing off, but encouraging you to pursue your dreams without fear.